10 seconds.
Well, it's Monday morning, and no, it's not. Don't listen to me. I'm lying through my teeth again. Anyway, no, it's Tuesday. For once, thank you to everyone who was expecting me to do it on Monday. See, the smart people know I usually do this at around 9 o'clock on Monday mornings, but hey. But no, I'll tell you why in a minute. But anyway, thank you for being here on No Warning, because you get no warning when I'm going to come on, although I did do a little warning yesterday. So anyway, good morning and good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. If you're watching this on the rerun, we value you too. Please put your comments in the comment section below, and I will try to reply to them as best I can. And to everyone else, thank you for being here. Pleased to see all y'all, and the comments are filling up. So let's get our stuff out of the way. We want to say we're brought to you by our Patreon subscribers. God bless them all. They help keep the rising tide moving forward, and we couldn't do a lot of what we do without their support, financial and emotional. And in return for their monthly contributions, they get a twice weekly blog, which I've got to write for today. I've fallen behind in my blog writing, but anyway, we'll make it worth their while. And if you want to find out if it's worth your while, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris, all one word, no capitals at all in there. And so come see what we offer you in return for your monthly financial support. It means a great deal to me. And also something that means a great deal to me is Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. Take a look at this beautiful, beautiful retro cover here on Major Marjorie. This thing won an award for Jeffrey Hayes, and it's no wonder, because look how beautifully that's composed. And Jeffrey can illustrate in a number of styles, and he can turn the job around really quickly, and he's great to deal with. So definitely check out the Plasma Fire Graphics page on Facebook. Just look at the samples, then contact him at plasmafiregraphics.com and check out his indie creator-friendly pricing. You'll be glad you did. It's plasmafiregraphics.com, Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And anyway, so yesterday, we were going to come on and have our usual Monday morning conversations. And what happened was, and God bless Jessica and Lonnie Johnson and their crew and family and all the vendors and all the people who attended Heroes for Kids Con this last Saturday. It was a great, great affair. A lot of people came by just to talk, and that's what happened. I noticed that my voice was a little scratchy on Sunday, and then Monday morning when I was talking to somebody very early on the phone, my voice went completely out, practically close enough. I was really, really hoarse, and it hurt. So, excuse me. So that's coffee therapy was part of it, plus vocal exercises to loosen up the vocal cords. And I feel like I'm talking in a different register this morning. Or maybe puberty finally caught up with me. That would be so nice at last. But anyway, we have our voice back. And thank you to everyone who expressed concern that I'm not on Mondays. What the hell's going on? And I was wondering the same thing myself. And let's put up some banners here. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Yeah. If you enjoy what you see and hear, even for just a second, please consider leaving us a tip at paypal.me/risingtidebkm. That's going to be flashing across the screen during this show. And anyway, let's go to your comments and see what you have to say, because really, who cares what I think, okay? And good morning to Grant Lankard, first person in the door. Glad to see you, Grant. And Grant's Beowulf, or not Beowulf, excuse me, Members of the Morbid just wrapped up on Kickstarter, and he succeeded in his goal. Congratulations, my friend. And yes, sir, you are the first one here. And Omniversal Damian Waldron. Good morning, Damian. How are you? Damian, check out Damian's page. Damian has a GoFundMe going right now. And when I looked yesterday night, he still had $100 to make his goal. So if Damian or someone could put in a link to that Indiegogo campaign. And my wonderful friends with the wrenches, please okay that. All right. But anyway, let's get Damien to the full $500 before the end of the show if we can, okay? Because it means a lot to Damien. Plus, Damien's just edited a video. I've got a link to it on my personal profile page on Facebook, and he did a splendid job on that. And I want people to know. And here he is, the one, the only, the no more on Comic Book Spectrum these days than I am, Brian Rodman. And good morning, my fellow Brian, and no warnings. I made it. Oh, God, I made it. Yeah, poor Brian's having some difficulties, some health challenges. I know. I hope you're sitting down when I said that. But we love you, Brian. We know we love you. And anyway, he just sent out the second issue of the Nebulizer, and it's even better than the first one. I love the first one. It was a 10. I believe I reviewed it as a 10 on Comic Book Spectrum. Now, I do have to not make it a 9.9 on this one because of, and of course, I didn't tell him when I talked to him in DM, so I'm going to, rag on him in public. I think I found one misspelled word, and I found the thank you page hard to read because of the lack of contrast on it. But it was kind of fun trying to view it in a light where I could see it. So I give it a full 10 again. So anyway, glad you're here, Brian. And I hope you get feeling better soon, brother. I really do. And good morning, Grant and Damien and Brian Rodman. Wow, Carl Witzman, you too, brother. How you doing this morning, Carl? Much love to you and Donna. And no Warniers. The no Warniers. Oh my God. And yeah, Carl, I've been up for 23 hours. And did you get any sleep at all, B-Rod? Yeah, I don't think he did. I was watching his post this morning and despairing for the boy. And Omniversal says hello to Carl, and holy moly, I hope you get to feeling better soon. Me too. And yeah, we're all sorry. And nope, so many steroids. Yeah, Brian will be joining the WWE next week. So anyway, we got a nice beat. Let's keep the groove going. Yeah, I felt like music this morning. I hope you don't mind. And thank you. I'm glad you'll enjoy it. Just for anyone who uses StreamYard, that is 52% of, I think it's rock or night driving. I can't remember which one. It doesn't show up on here that I've selected it. Darn them. So anyway, so yeah, I just felt like a little music this morning. I thought you guys and gals would enjoy it, and I'm glad you are. And let's see. Oh, who else have we got here? I know I've missed some people. Anyway, there it is. And yeah, BK Lo-Fi coming soon. Yeah, Rapmaster B. That's me. And I told Donna that we bullied BK into doing the show today, and she said that we were mean. Well, I'll live with it. Well, I don't feel bullied, Carl, so I can rock with this one. This one works. Oh, and speaking of not being bullied, no one bullied me into being at QuadCon this coming Saturday and Sunday at the Peoria Civic Center. Please check the QuadCon page as well as the Peoria Civic Center page for hours of operation. We'll be there for 2 days at the QuadCon there. And looking forward to seeing y'all there. So please come see us. And background music is causing the feed to back up. Oh, okay. Is that okay? And you guys are bullies. I know they're so mean to me. I cry myself to sleep every night because of it. And good morning to Kelly Carlisle. I almost said your real name. Ooh, this is Kelly who. Oh damn it, my book's in the other room. But anyway, she's got a Plasma Fire Graphics thing on her cover too. So anyway, Kelly, mwah, love you. Glad you're here. Everyone's saying hello, and we gotta say hello to our darling Dawn Dulles. Dawn, mwah. Hope to see you this weekend. Love you, hon. And I guess we are, Grant, but we did it for the good of humanity. That's right, Grant. Think of the children. And hey there, everyone. There's the blanket thing. Everyone says hello to Kelly. And Universal, someone get Greta. I am offended. You are offended. Oh, no, we can't have that. We can't have that. Here's your champion.
How dare you?
Yeah, see? So you've been represented here. Now you no longer need to be offended. But anyway... Omniversal. I say Universal. My bad. I apologize. I sincerely apologize, or sincerely as I do. And BKM, save your voice for this weekend. Dawn, I had one Cape Con years ago. I think it was the one I met Amy at, or the one before. But it was like a 2.5 day show, late Friday night to Sunday afternoon. And at one point on Sunday morning, I started losing my voice for some reason. I was gone for a couple of days, actually. But I remember everybody felt so bad for me because I'm trying to pitch my book, and all it's coming out. It was sad and pathetic, and not in that life affirming way. So anyway, yeah, I'm working on it. I am working on making my voice strong again. So, and everyone's saying hello. Kelly's saying hello to everybody. And Brian, without a voice of humanity. I know. Enjoy it while it lasts. And BK, take it from me, says Brian Roman. Dear God, take care of your voice. I am trying. I am so trying. You ask anybody. I am trying. So, like I said, the vocal warm-ups, something I learned when I was in community theater for singing was like you start out at a level and it's like, meow, 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 like that. And every cat in the world is screaming in agony. Poor Omniverse. I'm sorry. I feel so bad. I forgive me, Damien. And there is that link there. GoFundMe at that address there. Please check it out because Damien is saving up to buy a new piece of equipment for his artwork. And unless you want this boy to go AI, which I know he'd never do. He's got ethics. You definitely want to help this man out. And last I looked, he had like $100 to go. So please help him out this morning, if you would, please. I would appreciate it. I know Damien would. So please keep me posted on that. In fact, I should call up that page while we're here. And let's see. Let's go to my page. Oh, it goes to my page automatically. That's nice. And there we go. Let's see what Damien is up to now at this point, and he's $400 out of his $500 goal. I would like to see him hit the 500 before we leave the air this morning, if we could. So please check out this link, and please, 5, 10, 25, 50,000, whatever you can afford, please drop a little Damien's my way because he's so good. And thank you for your help with Memoirs of the Morbid, BCam. I was happy with how it turned out. I am too. I think it's a handsome looking magazine. And anyone who signed up for it is in for some really cool artwork and stories in there. I'm seriously, it's a really good volume. And there's that video too, a friend of Rodman and mine, Darth Snookin toy reviews. That was a good video, man. And Damien did a super job of editing that, so please check it out. All right. And, yeah, the typo slipped through on that page. I blame it on the health issues. No, that's perfectly understandable. I mean, if you watched Comic Book Spectrum last week, Eric Hawkins had a dilemma with the very first page of his story when he sent it to the printers for approved copy, and found out that they had dropped all of the lettering from a sound effect inside a word balloon. And I was watching live while I was writing for once, and my first thought was, well, crap, I edited. I don't remember seeing that. I would have said something. And Eric said, well, Brian would have caught it if it was there. And we both looked and found out that the copy that Eric had sent to me was right. It was the one that it had the sound effect as it should have had. But somehow when he saved it, it did not save over into any of his files that he had on the computer. So he sent them the thing without the word balloon. So now he has to wait on a new proof for that. So anyway, this stuff happens. And greetings from the prairie, Professor Mark Lerner. Good to see you, Mark. And Mark, I apologize for not taking your call yesterday, but I was in bed taking a nap. And yes, at 10:30 in the morning, my time, 9:30 yours. And I got up, and by the time I roused myself, and besides my voice was shot anyway, but by the time I roused myself, the phone stopped ringing. So anyway, we will talk soon, Mark. I hope you're doing well. Much love to you and the fam. And speaking of much love to Willow Scholar, mwah, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, sweetheart. So glad you're here. I always love your posts, always love you, and hope you're doing well. And Willow, Carl is awake now. And Eric Hawkins, good morning, folks. Good morning to Eric. And Eric was with us at Heroes for Kids Con on Saturday doing some great potato art. And if you want your potato art, you need to contact Eric Hawkins about that and let him draw a potato for you. I'm not going to explain it, no. Pardon me if I take sips every now and then to keep myself lubricated, so to speak. Anyway, Eric was there, and I know I'm going to leave people out, darn it. Morgan Komnick was next to me. Kenny Sills was across the way. T.L. Shively, Paul Bush, Amy and John Hale, just like a lot, and Kathy and Matthew Jackson, Todd Black, a whole bunch of my friends were there. And that's the one thing I love about Heroes for Kids Con, is that it's an assemblage of family. It really is. And plus, Lonnie and Jess managed to raise, I think it was, Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, but like $11,000 to be split between two charities. And I am so very proud of the Johnsons for that. And much love to my favorite Harley down there, and all the other people, Robert and everybody that hung out. And it was kind of funny. Mark Darden, who's an actor, does Star Wars and other things like that. We were, the thing is, Perryville's across the river from Chester, Illinois, where Popeye creator L.C. Seeger grew up. And he, and the whole town is, just rife with Popeye stuff, right? Well, I'm wearing a Popeye t-shirt. And Mark looks at that and he just goes fanboy on me. And he's like, I love Popeye. And he does like a Popeye imitation. I'm like, oh my God, that's awesome. And so we're all like, dude, you're 20 minutes from the birthplace of Popeye. And so I gave Lonnie a potential guide to take Mark in there on Sunday morning. But it was funny, at one point, Mark and I were just kind of talking and, just kind of casually. And he looked at me and goes, don't you normally wear a fez? Fanboy. Anyway, here we go. Carl Witzman announces it is the Eric Hawkins, the real McCoy. Well, the real Hawkins, actually. That's true. McCoy is somebody else. He was the Seventh Doctor. Anyway, and Willow gets excited for Carl. It's called reciprocation. And wait a minute, Kelly is not a real name? Oh, now I'm intrigued. Now, wait a minute. No, Kelly is her real name. It's the last part, okay? And Eric and Willow and Super Stalker skills engaged. Carl, it's not really stalking if you announce it to the world. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you some briefing on it later. And I'm Joel Pelosi, Chris Carl. Ooh, cool. Maybe we'll have some of them on this show. Not for long, Kelly. Oh, look out. And was this your production of Cats? What? James Corden had nothing to do with this. And my cats are so confused. I've confused his cats. Luna is now on the prowl for me. And good morning, Omniversal and Grant. And Calvin's flipped an ear, but otherwise ignored him. Yeah, good idea. Calvin's got the right idea there. I should be ignored most of the time. And Carl, have my cats trip acid while we sleep, so who knows what they heard, saw, and smelled. That's right. They smelled my vocals and could touch them, actually. And Carl Witzman, I'm actually related to the Hatfields. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you really? And lol, the Eric. And Proofs already came back into proof. Excellent. Yes, so that means we're going to get a new issue of Zombie for World of Oz soon. That's exciting. And thank you again for the hardcovers, Eric. I promise to sell them vigorously this weekend at QuadCon in Peoria at the Downtown Civic Center. Please come see us. And Brian Rodman, we can't even give Calvin a catnip or else he turns to a crazed version of Wolverine, says Carl Witzman. Oh, that cat is the best at what he does, and what he does is catnip. And Brian says, yeah, 70 did such a good job editing, and then the correction got lost in translation when I sent it to the printer. Totally my fault. That's what happens with me and Eric all the time. Well, I shouldn't say all the time. A few times. It has happened a few times where the corrections that I send him don't exactly translate to the finished copy. Or what was it, last issue, Eric? You, if I remember correctly, you had one panel where you put in my correction but neglected to remove the stuff that was wrong. And I'm not saying that this has never happened to me in my own writing. No. And I'm, and it's kind of funny. A certain someone that I used to work for in comics, he was over at my house and we were trying to put together this one comic book. And we had a one-page thing that we just did at the very last minute. And he's like losing his mind because he's like, Brian, you got to rewrite this thing real fast because I want this to be punchier and say something different. So I rewrote it, basically rearranged the words to give certain things more emphasis. And he did print the new one, but then didn't take out the old one. You know, that was one of the reasons I stopped. I demanded that he stop listing me as editor, because if he's going to put that mistake crap in, I'm not going to be held responsible. And Carl, did you video that one time? I think I remember something like that. And Carl says, I might have. And Willow says, I'm doing well. Let's hope I can get my brain to function properly for my Fringe show tomorrow. Ooh, that's going to be fun. If you want to talk more about that, Willow, please do. And 11K, correct. Okay, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. I thought that was the number. And Joe Bachman, good morning to you, my friend. Good morning, Brian, listening while driving to the road project this morning. Well, we hope we can keep you entertained as best we can. And if you can do so safely, please put in a link to that great project of yours, all right? And I'm hoping it's just nerves, Willow. That's what rehearsals are for, but still a live audience can be daunting. Yeah, you know, and that's funny, Carl. I used to do stuff for Danville Light Opera. And I've done stuff for Red Mask, too. Two of the theater groups in Danville, Illinois. And they were on a thing about 8 weeks, and that's fine. And I said, well, what if we need more? What, you know, because I always had I didn't have stage fright, but I always had a little bit of nerves before each performance. And everyone there who'd been there for years said, oh, no, you can over rehearse. You'll lose it if you over rehearse. And I'm like, then why am I like on opening night feeling like I just got there, you know, and I never even cracked the script open, which could have been the case in some nights. But anyway, and then I got involved with a theater group in Hoofston, which unfortunately is no longer there. And they did the same thing over here at the Civic Theater in Lafayette. They, you know, whereas Red Mask and Danville Light Opera have a or DLOs are now branded, or at least had a 3-night per week rehearsal period. These places had a 5-night a week. We had like 2 days off, like Saturday and Sunday. But you know, and they arranged your time so your time was never wasted. If you were not needed, you were not on call. It's like a TV production or a movie where you had a call sheet. And you look at it and go, okay, I'm supposed to be here Tuesday and Wednesday, and Friday, but not Monday and Thursday. So it was a very good use of your time. But the thing is, I did several productions with them, and I always felt confident because I had, you know, those extra, you know, 2 days of rehearsal over an 8-week period. That makes a difference. And I went into a couple of very complex plays where I was 100% confident going in that I knew my lines. I knew I had my pacing and my timing down. So it was kind of a shock to go back to DLO and only like 3 nights a week, but I still ran it as if I was doing a full rehearsal. And that's why when I did La Cage aux Folles, I felt really good about it. So, you know, a little glimpse into the acting mind. And have a great day. Oh, I screwed up and have PT today. Got to get ready. Oh, well, good. Well, you can't screw up if you have physical therapy today, Dawn. I hope today goes well for you, and I look forward to seeing you again. Oh, I look forward to seeing you this weekend, sweetheart. And we'll make arrangements on the what we talked about last night. And good luck, Dawn. Yeah, from us all, Dawn. Good luck to you, hon. And feel better, Dawn. Again, from all of us, Dawn. And Carl, Brian, were you the one telling us that most books sell fewer than 12 copies? Made me glad that Madcaster Cheerleader has sold about 20 or 30 copies so far. Carl, I'm astonished if you aren't just teasing me with that number. I'm sure it's more than that. But yeah, let me frame it. About 3 years ago, I think it was, Penguin was trying to buy another one of the big 5 and turn it into the big 4 publishers, and the Federal Trade Commission put the kibosh on it. But during the discovery phase of the trial, it was revealed that half of the books in the Penguin catalog they only sold an average average of 12 copies, which means that there's probably like somebody's like selling 24. For everybody that's selling 24, there's somebody that's selling one or no copies at all. And that is terrifying. I have never had, I mean, I'm not exactly burning up the charts with my sales on my books, but I have never had a launch where I have sold only 12 copies on the first day. Okay, and many of my books, I've got a couple books that are in four figures. Okay, I've got most of my books are heavily into the three-figure range. So for an indie publisher, that's not too bad. And I'm just judging that on what I've been able to buy at wholesale for my publisher and then turn around and sell. So anyway, that's a little distressing on both counts. Carl, I think you should have at least a couple hundred of yours sold, because that's a super. Your Mad Gasser Cheerleader books are super. I really enjoy them. I even sold a few at my high school reunion. # always be promoting. That's my man there. That's my man. Yeah, I'm thinking of going to my 50th. I hate saying this, but my 50th high school reunion will be next year. Now, at the 45th, this was kind of funny, and I've told this before on the shows, that they had a really good turnout, and the funny thing was doesn't start out funny, but they had a little table with the portraits of about 8 different people from our class who had passed on in the intervening years. Some right away, some fairly recently. It's all very different. But they had like a little table with their portraits on there, and when somebody pointed it out and made mention, here are friends, let's say a prayer for the people who have passed on before us, and somebody said, "Where's Brian Morris?" Because I didn't really use my middle initial a lot then. "Where's Brian Morris? He's supposed to be on there." And fortunately, a couple of my friends were there to say, Brian is not only not dead, but here's what he's done that you haven't. It made me very happy. One was my friend Mark, who was here earlier, who I hope is still here. But that was good. That made me happy. So I may have to go, and it'd probably be like, Paul McCartney walking into the studio on Monday morning. "Paul, you're supposed to be dead. We put all these clues in our music." Anyway, Radio Retro Future, good afternoon to you, my friend. How you doing, Bonsart? Good to see you. And I do not have a wrench, so I cannot post any links. I need to correct that, don't I? Hold on a second here. Let me, let's see. Okay, there we go. And let me find, pardon me, everyone. I'm going to get Joe a wrench. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? And let's look for me. Let's see. No warning. There we go. Boy, there's a lot of titles that use no warning. Holy crap. Hey, there's a channel called No Warning, and it's got like 306,000 viewers. Holy crap, people. Get me some more people, please. Please, I beg you. And then there's a group. Oh, they're cute. Called No Warning. And Green Day's got a warning thing. Holy crap, I am late on the boat on this thing. Yeah. Holy crap. Let's do this. And let's see what I get, if I can come up with me. There we go. And there we go. And we got people viewing. That's always gratifying. Now, I hope I'm not screwing up the sound when I do this. I'm going to kill the sound on this. I'm going to give myself a like, because somebody's got to. If you haven't given me a like, please. Oh, that's nice. Well, thank you. Please give me a like if you would, please. And let's see, Carl's got one. Grant, I'm going to give you one too, since you promote a lot. If I can get this working, I definitely want to give Brian Rodman one as moderator. Let's get you that. Make you a super user. Grant, we're going to make you one too. And let's see. There we go. And we'll give you make you a standard moderator. And let's see who else we got here. Oh, Joe Bachman. Okay, I got to get you. I got a lot of people here as moderators. I've been running behind on here. Let's get you that. And let's see who else. Willow, I'm going to give Skylar Productions one too. All right. So you can wreak havoc upon my thing here. And let's see who else. I want to get, yes, Kelly Carlisle. I'm going to give you one too. If I miss anyone, please let me know. Eric has one. Omniversal has one. Let's see who else. Who else do I need to get one too? And yes, you are a wrench boy, Brian. You are. I'm proud to have you as my wrencher. Anyway, is that like Jolly Rancher? Anyway, a bunch of you have just now been promoted, and it's Joe. You should be able to post your links now. Okay, please do with impunity and sign up there for IndieCD.org. That is Joe's project, and there's one person who is dragging his heels and not getting Joe the information he needs. But if you're more on the ball than that idiot, then you should get your information to Joe. It is $20 for a lifetime. And then it's a great resource when people are looking for a creative person, or like say a writer or an editor, publisher, formatter, programmer. They'll go to that and you will appear and you can get some work that way. I think it's pretty cool. So anyway, Carl Westman, I was the MC for the reunion, was trying to do some of my stand-up. Oh man, I wish I could have seen that. Some people wouldn't shut up to hear it. That's okay. They can pay $40 a seat later to hear it. Well, that's when you, there is this one comedian I like on YouTube. His name is Steve Hofstetter, and he is expert at dealing with hecklers or people that aren't paying attention. And maybe that's where you're far too nice, probably, to be handling that sort of stuff. But that might be something you might work on. Your heckler or you're not paying attention stuff. Anyway, Brian Robin. So fun story. I started the original series of Star Trek last night. This morning, guys. I'm in love. I've never watched it before, and this is just gold. So excited about continuing while I rest up. Yeah, this original Trek is magical. It really is. And Cookie and I, a few years ago, we binged it, and we got the updated version with the better special effects, without the walls that shake when you walk by them and stuff. But no, that's the thing. A lot of the shows are beautifully written, and it really shows you the caliber of acting on there. I mean, William Shatner has a reputation as a ham, but there are some moments on there where he just grabs you by the heart and won't let go. Leonard Nimoy is perfect on there, and they have such a great balance with DeForest Kelley. Plus, there's just so many good performances, both dramatic and comedic on that show. There's a reason why, Brian, we are still talking about this show 50 years later. And now you're seeing why. It is great stuff, but the updated version has a little bit of improvement, a little bit of CG magic put in that is actually helping the storytelling a little. So I'm really recommending that one. And you never see him, Brian? Holy moly! I grew up on that stuff. Yeah, Carl. People ask me, say, well, how, what version of Star Trek did you watch? Because a lot of people watched it like back in the days in syndication. Remember when Channel 12 was showing that in the afternoons? And Andy Bendel was doing the little 10-minute factoid segment to fill the hour. And it was, to make up for the commercials from the original run. But I would say that I am so old that the last words I heard before Star Trek came on the first time was, "This show is in living color here on NBC." So it's like I'm older than old school. I'm the original school. That stuff. There's a reason why we're still talking about it today, and you're seeing why. I'm so happy for you, Brian, that you're getting to see that last. Eric Hawkins says, "I just remember I need to talk to you about something, BCAM." Well, drop me a line on if I'm still awake at the end of the show, we can talk about it. Hope I remind you of something good. And Carl, being born in 86, I completely missed it. Never even had reruns. I watched some of the movies and The Next Generation as well. Yeah, I think, I'm trying to think, aside from the videos, about the only place you could get, I think, was Sci-Fi Channel for a while. They were actually running, uh, the show, several years ago in between wrestling bouts. Anyway, Grant Langer says, I'm cuddling with Yoshi. That's not code or anything, Grant, is it? I hope it is. But anyway, no, I hope Yoshi's enjoying it. And, the book about Muncie is worldwide, and the book about memory improvement are into the hundreds. Mad Gasser's only been around a year or so. That short a time? I mean, I'm thinking of the original one. I know your sequel, both of which are available on Lulu. And we got the sophisticated graphics here. All right, always promote. So yeah, and hi Yoshi, and Yoshi is petting me. It's never been petted back. But anyway, how am I the only one who get with it, people? Share too. Thank you, Damien and Omniversal Inc. Check out his website; it's awesome. So is he. And liked and shared. We need 73 more on here. Yeah, I would dig 73 on here. And I'm a rich boy now. And Eric, that's so cryptid. And the so-called Kelly Carlisle. That's right. I'll be your Jolly Rancher any day you that's wearing sex machine. Oh, so much for discretion. I sent Brian a video earlier this morning. It was a PSA. I don't even know how to describe it without getting a potential monetization seriously in jeopardy. Let's just say it involved fudge, okay? Anyway, Steve Hofstetter is great. His live show is incredible. Yeah, I've watched some of his shows online, but I love how he handles hecklers. Oh, my God. He is savage. He is great. And beware my wrench. That's what the judge told me to quit saying that sort of thing in public. It makes girls nervous. And Brian Robbins says, Carl, speaking of stand-up, I've actually been secretly writing material for stand-up over the last couple of months. Due to my health, I doubt I'll be able to perform it, but it's good stuff. Hey, dude, give it a shot, make it a bucket list thing. And hopefully it's a long time before you have, you complete the whole thing, but no, that'd be great. Actually, I wrote comedy stand-up for a friend of mine for a long time. He was hoping to get into stand-up, and he was really good at it. And Mark, if you're listening, it was Dave, okay, or Daphne. And everybody's like, what? But anyway, yeah, it was fun. It was very challenging. It's a hard type of writing to do. And he and I'm going to shift some of the blame. This was back in the, what was it? Early mid 80s, I think he was doing this. And we had made a joke about there's no way around it. This was a different age and we were totally insensitive. It was about concentration camp, and and I wrote the line for him, and everybody's groaning, and I gave him the line. Well, I'm sorry if you didn't like it, but I'm just playing for time up here, which was the name of a very prominent and really good movie about the unfortunate events at the prison camps during World War II. So that line went over great. But anyway, once you build your nebulizer suit, you can do it. Yeah, there we go. Carl's on the beam here. Get that nebulizer suit ready, man. I did stand up once, and it was not great. Well, it's one of those things you're always going to stink that first time. It's like many things. Playing an instrument, trying to write or draw, you're going to be terrible that first time. But the idea is you get the terrible out of you till nothing's left but the talent. And original Star Trek will show you why we have flip phones and doors that open automatically and SD cards. That's right. And I've mentioned this before, but a lot of people think that the taser was directly inspired by the phaser on Star Trek. That was an urban myth for many years, but it turns out it's not, or it's not true, that the inventor of the taser was a fan of the old Tom Swift novels. And the very first one was called Thomas A. Swift and His Electric Rifle. Thomas A. Swift and His Electric Rifle. So that's where I came from. And that's me, Carl, so-called. Oh, it's Kelly. Hi, she's the problem. It's her. And an old school show that I didn't miss is Batman 66, but I didn't really get to see more than the movies until I saw them on MeTV or something on cable when I was a teenager. Now I own the collection. Yeah, aren't those great? Those seriously hold up so well. And the ones that are really camp, it's that beautiful balance of comedy, action, and meta. And there are a few writers like like Lorenzo Semple who could do it almost effortlessly. And then there's some that just completely miss the mark entirely. Bill Finger's episodes are great in that regard too. And whoa, licking stamps. Yeah, that was part of the PSA I sent him. It was a parody of those old. I don't know if you younger people listen to me now. Get off my lawn. Had these in school like I did or Carl did, but they would show us these public service announcements, these 10-minute films, like you and hygiene, why it's a good idea. And they found there are several channels that I've only recently discovered on YouTube that have a number of these old PSAs. I'm looking for one in particular that I remember. It was an anti-drinking thing. That the only thing I remember about it is that these guys stole like a crate of soda pop or something, and they were so much into the booze that they just wanted anything, including soda pop, to drink. God help them. And so they smashed these were glass bottles back in the day. So he smashed them they went to somebody's backyard, smashed them on the concrete steps there, and drank directly from the thing. And I remember one of the kids had this beatific expression on his face because he's so high, he's using a golf club to hunt ducks, and he's how to say this delicately, he emits, he does that with a combination of soda and other fluids in his face. And it was a gross thing, and I just want to save that film for my own because they ran this thing like I remember one time we saw it 3 times in 1 week. It's like, okay, I get it. You don't want us to drink, and look how I turned out. So success. Anyway, Carl Westman says, yeah, I recall licking stamps and then drinking coffee quickly afterwards to get the taste out of my mouth. Same with envelopes and walking uphill both ways in the snow. Hey, Carl, I ought to send you that film. It is that I sent Brian. It was funny. And don't forget the iPad. That's right. And Omniversal, directly inspired by that's right. I was going to say, don't forget Damien's iPad need. But anyway, just directly inspired by the pad from Next Gen. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. And right, Damien, they did have some type of pad on the original track, but it looked more like a clipboard. Yeah. And ours were mostly the PSAs after cartoon I know, right? Anti-drinking? What the hell? Yeah, like I said, Carl, you can see how well it took with me. And I missed that day. Aren't you glad? I think it was the same day they had the anti-smoking PSA. No, I remember stop, drop, and roll, and that you could save yourself from that if you were at ground zero during a nuclear attack, all you had to do was like sit on your butt, pull your knees up, and put your head between your knees, and cover the back of your neck with your hands, and you're safe, totally safe. Radioactivity, fallout, nuclear winter, screw them all. You got the secret sauce to survive. And they didn't know what was good for them, Carl. That's right. That's right. Alcohol is a great purifier. I'm killing germs every time I have my cocktail. And I got the updated late versions of those PSAs. I still remember the thrill of seeing the projector than the defeat of what they showed. Yeah, but I found some. I've been finding some of these PSAs. I found one with Jack Lemmon in it on how to behave as an army man. That was really funny, from like 1950 or whatever. Or again, a refrigerator. Yeah, that's another one I remember. Don't climb into the refrigerator, especially if you're Kyle Rayner's girlfriend. Now there's a niche answer for you. Already, Green Lantern fans are laughing their butts off, except the women. And already donated to the iPad fundraiser. Enjoy. I did too. Please, like I said, please, go to this place here and to GoFundMe. And this is for one of our own. This is for Damien Waldron. And like I said in my post on it, please, let's go rising tide on this guy and get him to where he needs to be. And let's see where he's at right now. Let's refresh that page. And 410. Thank you, Carl. Thank you. 410. We got $90 more to go and just a couple more minutes to do it. So anyway, let's go back to the tab with my show on it so I can see there I am. Anyway, we got more comments here. Going back to the live page. And let's see. We switched and now I can't find it where we left off. And oh my gosh, there you are. Hi, Brian. Mwah, Kelly. No, get Roth. I'm back at Kelly again. Cat, I'm so sorry, Cat. I'm okay. Hold on. This obviously an urgent need. Cat, I love you. The art goddess is here. I so am glad you're here. I need hope. Anyway, and next week we'll have bomb drills. Yes, bomb drills. I remember the bomb drills. Yeah. And there was just a lot of stuff they put us through back then. But now I hear they have like active shooter drills. And I'm like, okay, unfortunately, we do need those. And Molly Daniels, this is your brain on drugs. Yes. I remember a similar one, Molly, where this is your brain on drugs, and they picked up the fry pan. For those of you young people, the idea that they had a hot cast iron skillet, and they would crack an egg and drop it in there and say, "This is your brain on drugs." Of course, and can you remember those old ones, Molly? Is like, where did you learn how to use these drugs? They had like a cigar box, right, Carl? Of drug paraphernalia. Where did you learn to do this? I learned from you. I'm all that stuff. Actually, sometime I'm sure they're PD. I remember the Rock Against Drugs, the Rad commercials. Like Steve Jones saying, drugs almost killed me. They killed my friend Sid Vicious. Drugs suck. And Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley had the two best, in my opinion. Gene was like, they made his hair all wild and everything, and gave him this. He looked like Jekyll and Hyde, and he's like, drugs make me strong, drugs make me fast, drugs make me cool. And then he like puts his hands up and does this, and then he's back to his normal self during the unmasked phase of his career. And he's like, "Do you believe that crap?" That's so effective. But Paul Stanley had a great one where he's walking into a party, and he walks in and he goes, "I don't know why, I don't take drugs, and I'm not cool." And everybody's like, "Hey, Paul, great to have you here." He goes, I can't get any girls, and so these two beautiful supermodels like come on and clamp themselves onto him, and he goes, "I don't even have a real job." And it shows him performing on stage with Kiss. It's like, I love that commercial. That was so cool. We need more like that. And anti-smoking. Oh, Carl, you must have missed a lot of school then. You poor man. And our desk at Oakwood Grade School were also anti-radiation shields. Our bunker was the men's and women's room, which in Fraser School, which is now a Dollar General. At Fraser School, we had to go into the basement, which is where the men's and women's lavatories were, and we all lined up against one of the walls and pushed our butts into the corner there as much as we could, pulled our knees up and put our heads down there. And for a fat boy like me, that was not, after a couple of these, I'm like, I don't care if the bomb drops. I can't do this. I might as well just go out and sit on the front lawn and wait for it to happen. Because if I don't die out there, I'm going to die in here. So anyway, Ryan Robin, nuclear bomb, put your head between your legs and kiss your bum goodbye. It's more like it. Yeah, we didn't know that at the time. Just like we thought that Cuban Missile Crisis was like, boy, that was close. Somebody could have gotten hurt. No, we could have ended all life on Earth is what had happened. And thank you, Carl, says Omniversal. Hey, thank you very much, Carl, sincerely. And wait, are Cat and Kelly the same person? Talking skills on overdrive. No, Brian's confused as hell and hasn't had enough coffee. And wish it could be more Omniversal, but my donations got out of hand last month. Yeah, I have to clear everything through my wife now these days. Like, honey, I want to do a Kickstarter. Oh, then we have that talk. And Teresa Dunn, good morning to you. Mwah, Teresa. Hope you get some good news later today. And my parents hated those. I learned from watching you commercials, but didn't find out why until my early 20s. Okay. My sister legitimately asked them why they kept herbs in their bedroom. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh, childhood. Oh, I know. I remember my parents always telling me, don't ever get involved with drinking. And of course, there's mom slipping me Tom Collins, and I'm like, what? Like about 10 years old. I learned to drink coffee when I was like 4, and I, learned to drink alcohol when I was 10. No wonder I turned out the way I am. Good Lord. Mom, Dad, what did you do? And the truth about a nuke, you will wish that you were wiped out with that first strike. Better than the fallout. Better than what follows afterwards. You know remember those films in the 80s, Carl, where they talked about 6 months later during the nuclear winter? I've seen some stuff with reliable science behind it. Think of it more like a week and a half if you're unlucky. I've said for years that what I plan to do, Carl, is if I hear that the bombs are on their way, I'm going to take off all my clothes and get a lawn chair and go on the front yard and wait for it to happen, because I heard that some of the very first targets of any nuclear strike are going to be university towns. So I moved from Champaign and the University of Illinois to Purdue University, where one of our astronauts studied. So anyway, Neil Armstrong graduated from Purdue. And so I figure I'm in the first wave. So yeah, I'm going to sit on the front lawn naked and wait for it to happen. And hope you are doing great. Well, I sound better than I did yesterday. And I feel it starting to go in and out. But we're doing okay. And I thank you for your concern. Fraser School, I remember that. Yeah, we were on the north end. We were the poor kids. We didn't get to go to Pinecrest till 6th grade. And yeah, jump in the fridge, survive the bomb. Wait, where's the inside handle? Crap. I know, right? I know. I want a refrigerator with an inside handle. That's why you need one of those walk-in freezers like you have in restaurants. You got that thing, unless it's like what was it, The Shining, where the ghost will put it, or where where Shelley Duvall puts a spoon in the hasp there. But anyway, and Joe D. McPhee. Joe, always a pleasure to see you. The host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher on Saturday nights at 10 Eastern, 9 Central, and also the brand new hosts until the old talentless one comes back one day, hopefully, of Comic Book Spectrum on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. now, 7 p.m. Central, new time, new place. And no warning, and here they began. How you doing, Joe? It is a pleasure to see you. Love seeing those pages coming out of you, buddy. And quick good morning before my office opens. Thank you to everyone from Jessica Johnson, the leaderess of the Great Heroes for Kids convention. And congratulations, Jess. I'm so proud of you guys, okay? Anyway, thank you to everyone who came out to Heroes for Kids Comic-Con and helped us make this another record year, with everyone's help. We raised $11,000 to split between Fly Me Home and La Bonne Dieu Children's Hospital. Yeah, I was so proud of you guys. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of that. Seriously, Jess. And all the lead paint protected us from the atomic fallout. Yeah, we had something to eat too, right? And hey, Joe D, no warning on the topics today either. Yeah, we've hit some real landmines this morning. And coffee drunk. That's right, by God. I gotta have it. Oh, anyone remember the day after? Yes. I love that. I told people I considered that a comedy, since the town in I think it was Missouri that it took out was where one of my psycho exes lived. So I'm like, yes. And also, what was it? Special Report with Ed Flanders. Now, here's the thing about both of those shows, that when they were on, people, like with the Panic broadcast of 1938, people thought that was really happening. So it's like, oh my God, how stupid are we? And I was like 5 or 6 when I saw that, and I wonder why I have anxiety 40 years later. Yeah, Damien, I'm still wrestling with a lot of childhood issues myself because of TV. I hear you. Now, let's not be talking Pinecrest down. No, Pinecrest was the good school. We were like the poor kids on the north end. All the kids with the money went to Pinecrest. Buddy of mine, Jim Bowers, and I had to talk about that recently. So how did this Heroes for Kids who got off the lawn is doing? It went very well, Joe. We had a good time. We got to hang out with our friends, got to meet some people, picked up some new friends that are interested in learning how to write, and I'm excited for it. I'm glad to know him. And Naked Brian, please wear your fez for maximum protection against the atomic fallout. I'll make sure I'm wearing this one because it's got the tassel, and that will definitely keep me safe. So thank you for your concern, Kelly. I appreciate it. Kelly Austin, okay? Anyway, Brian Rama, have a great day, everyone, and have a fantastic day, Brian. Good luck this weekend. Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. I hope you get feeling better soon. Hope you get some sleep one of these years. And that's great, Jesse. Yeah, seriously. And get some sleep, Mr. Rodman. Oh, definitely. And I'm near two targets, McDonnell Douglas in St. Louis, or whoever owns it now. And I live near a munitions plant and oil refineries. Eric, we're going up in the same way. We'll all go together when we go. And Carl, I'm going to try. That's all we ask of you, Brian. Anyway, we are caught up, and we should get off the air pretty soon because there are other people who want to use the airwaves. We want to give it back to them. But anyway, please check out the Omniversal Inc. GoFundMe campaign. He's saving up to get a brand new piece of art equipment to take his art to the next level. And you'll see some of his art and some of his editing. And he's $90 away from that goal. Please help Damian Walbrough now because he is so awesome and we love the guy so much. And anyway, and we got a few more comments here. And Sleep the Sleep, oh yeah, of Kings, yes. And I've got to go find some free internet, then back to work. Friends, please have a safe and wonderful day. Brian Rahman, I hope you feel better soon. Kelly, I passed on your message, and it was appreciatively received. Okay, and we don't have to fear the Russians anymore. They came to defeat the Ukraine. Now we can fear the North Koreans. Fun. Yeah, little daddy takes the T-bird away. And thanks for letting me ask everyone. I really appreciate it. Hey, brother, I'm glad I can do something for you to help you. Okay, anytime, my friend, anytime. And anyway, anytime you want to find out more about me, God help you, you can go to risingtide.pub where you can sign up. There's a tab there. You can sign up for my free insider information email. Goes out around the first of every month, around 5:15. So please sign up before 5, and you should get a copy. Also, go to Amazon.com where you'll find many of my books for sale. I've got a bunch of them, and also want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly with a modest financial stipend. Excuse me, too much coffee too fast. And anyway. It is greatly appreciated, and it does seriously help keep us on the air and moving forward with the Rising Tide publishing plans. It is always appreciated, and in return, we give you the very least a twice weekly blog. Today's must be written yet. I've fallen behind it now. I've gotten out of the habit of it. I used to do everything on Sunday, but my Sundays have turned busy, so I've had to put it off till the day of their due. But every Tuesday and Thursday, we try to have a new blog up. Every blog deserves a name. So anyway, please come check us out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And that's all lowercase, all one word, Brian K. Morris. Also, we want to thank Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, they did the award-winning cover for Tim Bruckner's Major Marjorie, which is a great book if you love old school sci-fi, with stories by not just Tim Bruckner himself, but myself, Jim Beard, Alessia Kent, and Charles F. Milhouse, and Clyde Hall. Also an award winners, 2 award-winning authors on that project, along with an award-winning illustrator. And we think you'll dig that book. It's available at Stormgate Press and also at Amazon.com, where you'll find the rest of my catalog. And remember, if you want a great wraparound cover and the graphics to help sell that book, then you need to go talk to Jeffrey Hayes at PlasmaFireGraphics.com. Check out the Facebook page for Plasma Fire Graphics, then go to Plasma Fire Graphics and ask about his independent, creator-friendly pricing. You'll be glad you did, and we'll be glad too. You'll love working with him, and you'll love the glorious results. That's Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And we got one more comment here, and then we are going to get out of here. Have a great day. Hey, Carl, thank you for being here as always. I hope you have a great one too, my friend. You give my love to Donna. Tell her we miss her, and miss you too, by the way. And anyway, that is all we've got here for today. Glad you enjoyed the show. Hope you did. If you did, please leave us a like or a thumbs up, and definitely, if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps us really with the algorithms on YouTube, and that's what we're here for. So anyway, please give this show some love, and please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, folks, we're going to sign off now, and we'll see you probably Monday. I will give you guys warning because you showed up. We'll try to be on every Monday around 9 a.m. Eastern, and sometimes we can fit in an extra show during the week, but right now we're pretty backed up with work. But anyway, hope you have a super week. Hope the rest of your week goes great. Hope to see you in Peoria at the Civic Center this Saturday and Sunday with me and a whole bunch of brand new books. So please check us out. And as always, folks, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here and spending this last hour with me. And as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a great week, everybody. And we'll see you here. But I tell you, you'll get no warning. Have a great week and weekend, everyone. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.
How dare you!